मैं भी जब होटल में जाता हूँ सबसे पहले देखता हूँ कोई मार्केटिंग ईमेल्स तो नहीं आएंगी मेरे पास, एंड इफ आई हैव अ ऑप्शन टू अनटिक दैट।
साहिल, कोई ऐसा एक इम्पॉसिबल टाइप का गेस्ट आता है, वेयर ऐसी डिमांड होती है, वेयर यू फील कि यार मतलब क्या मांग लिया हमसे। ऐसा कोई इंसिडेंट जो आपको ऐसा लगा बहुत इम्पॉसिबल था इन टर्म्स ऑफ डिमांड्स?
The guest has a loyalty with the brand or sometimes the people. So how good you're with guests, how good you're with your brand, how we all on the same page. There has to be synergy across the hotel. If the synergy is not there, then you'll sometimes miss on, eventually leading to a guest complaint or missing out on a member loyalty, which we can't afford in today's day and time.
और अगर ये कंडीशन अप्लाइड है तो कौन सी कंडीशंस हैं जो अप्लाइड हो?
See, there are no hidden conditions.
कभी ऐसा लगा कि मुझे लो फील हो रहा है? हाउ डिड यू मोटिवेट योरसेल्फ एट दैट पर्टिकुलर टाइम? एनी इंसिडेंट वेयर यू फेल्ट दैट बस हो गया, अब होटल्स नहीं करना?
हाँ, बहुत बार होता है यार.
हाँ.
Welcome back to Suite 004. I'm your host Gaurav, and today we have a very special check-in of a guest who's actually worked his way from the front desk to the boardroom.
And I'm your host Shweta, Orf Department की drama queen. Sahil Sethi is currently the director of loyalty program at Marriott International. He started his journey from where most of us begin, in hospitality, front office department.
He's actually seen it all, from the night shift kiosk to the guests shouting in the lobby and asking for one request, which is, can I speak to your manager?
Sahil, welcome to Suite 004.
Thank you so much, Shweta and Gaurav, for inviting me over your show. It's an absolute pleasure and delight.
साहिल, कैसे हुई इन सब चीज़ों की शुरुआत? हाउ डिड यू एक्चुअली बिगिन विद दिस इंडस्ट्री? और कुछ प्लान्स थे, पहले से ही सोच रखा था कि एक होटेलियर बनना है, या कुछ और करने का प्लान था और यहाँ पे आ गए आप?
Well, that's a nice question because not many people know. Well, I'll take your platform to share. I'm a second generation hotelier, so my father was a hotelier. While I was growing up in school, I'd always seen my father being a general manager of a hotel. And I used to visit my father's hotel. And I'm the only son, right? So I used to visit hotels and I used to get pampered by the housekeeping staff, by the food and beverage team. And my father was, the king of the hotel. So he would just take rounds. And I used to see my father and realize, yeah, this is a good job. You meet the best of people across different industries. You met influential people. You meet all film stars. And your family and your kids are taken care of by the entire team. So it's a good job. Hence, I started pursuing my hotel management. And while during my training days, I realized the hard work that comes along. Yeah, so I trained at the Taj Rambagh with my father's recommendation, and that's a beautiful hotel, but it's massive, right? So from one corner to the other, and I was placed at banquets, then kitchen, then front office was very rare. So I had my hardships during my training days, and I realized that this is probably not my cup of tea. I would rather do something of my own. And then, of course, after college, then I took a break and then started with hotels. So that's a different story altogether, but which I'll share later.
ट्रेनिंग में कौन सा डिपार्टमेंट बहुत ज़्यादा मुश्किल लगता था?
Kitchen.
किचन.
वो बोलते हैं ना कि बेटा एक बुरी प्याज छील दो. So rot these onions, separate the dishes, wash them up. So kitchen was tough. Being in that temperature and working for hours is tough. And at that time, I didn't really like it. But then later in life, I realized the hard work that these chefs put in. So yeah, that was the toughest for me.
कितने किलो प्याज जो थे एक बार में मिले थे आपको?
Oh shit, man. 10 kgs was the minimum.
Okay.
10 kgs was minimum. And yeah, good olden days. Training is always fun.
Sahil, I wanted to ask you, you started from front desk.
Yeah.
And you moved on to loyalty programs now. It's a drastic change. But what was that one thing that you learned at the front office that you still, use it during your tenure, and how did it help?
Yeah, so starting days, of course, front desk looks easy, looks glamorous, but it's not as glamorous as it is. But of course, the basic principles is discipline, focus and empathy with your guests. You can be in a tough spot, where there's something gone wrong, but you would be the first and the last person to connect with the guest. So empathy is very important. Patience is extremely critical and imperative. You got to have patience. So if you're somebody who probably has less patience, you have to work on it on a daily basis, and our industry teaches it to you. So yeah, these are certain key parameters that I learned from the initial days, and it's still with me. I've got better day by day, year on year.
Somebody who's joining front office right now, how will you teach patience to them? Because the guest these days know everything about hotels, and they're too demanding. How will you help them tackle this situation?
See, as long as you understand the industry principles, right? Our industry is based on guests and hospitality. So your guest experience is the key, right? So you have to understand that the guest is important, right? Regardless of whatever situation you're in. And we've got a phrase that let the guest win. So that is for every business. The customer or the guest is the prime importance, and you need to understand the acumen of the guest. So you have to be empathetic, right? So if you know the importance of a guest, so you will handle it accordingly. Again, it's the culture. It's the culture that our industry, multiple brands, multiple hotels, kind of blended through you.
Sahil, you have worked with like major hotel brands and you started with front office. कभी सोचा था कि लॉयल्टी प्रोग्राम में हम चले जाएंगे? हाउ डिड दैट मेजर शिफ्ट एंड थिंकिंग हैपन फ्रॉम योर साइड? वर यू गाइडेड बाय समवन और आपको ऐसा लगा नहीं दिस इज समथिंग व्हिच आई शुड एंटर फॉर माय ओन करियर प्रोग्रेस?
That's a good question, and it's one of my favorite questions. So I had no understanding of the loyalty program earlier, and I'd never thought of becoming the head of loyalty. Right? I was see, I'm a second generation hotelier. My target was to become a general manager, right? Followed by an area GM or the vice president. So I was clear on that. Now I did not know the journey, so I was open to explore the journey, and I'm okay with whatever department, whatever section you put me in, because my heart is in the right place. Loyalty came into me when I was the assistant front office manager, and this position opened up, and I was leaving the company, and I was joining another company as the front office manager. My then boss was very kind, offered me this position because I was moving out, so they wanted to retain me, right? But this position did not actually. This position wasn't there, so this was created for me, right? So while I was leaving the company, I said to my boss that, sir, you don't have a front office manager position open because you already have a front office manager. So I don't know what you'll do for me. And that is what great leadership is all about, right? So my leader then said, give me 2 days, let me figure it out, and I'll get back to you. And with the company I was working for, positions don't open up that easily. Because I worked well and I was on the right track, and I was an asset to the team. A position was created for me in that hotel, which was the director of loyalty.
Excellent.
So I couldn't say no. I was just not in a position to say no because my leaders were very kind and supportive to create a position for me, and they matched everything that I was getting outside in the market. And of course, the company, the brand was in a different league altogether. So I thought, let me stay back, let me perform, and take it as a challenge. So rest is history.
तो एचआर को मतलब थोड़ा सा धमकाया और लीडर को धमकाया और अपॉर्चुनिटी बनाई.
HR को तो धमका ही नहीं सकते हम. HR is of course in our support all the time. HR wants to do something good for the in-house talent, right? But sometimes their hands are bound. वो कुछ कर नहीं सकते. As long as they are being supported by the leader, they would always want to do something for you. They would want to create positions. They would want you to stay back. They would want to give you an increment. HR is always supportive. It's just that sometimes, in the corporate world, there are not too many ways around. So, but nee, HR supported me, and I was blessed. Even then, even now, to be in the right guidance.
Yeah.
तो अगर ये अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं मिलते तो आप छोड़ देते?
Yeah, I would have left. So you gotta wake, you gotta create your own career. You have to find your own path. And while I'm immensely grateful for the opportunities I've got and the support I've got from my peers, from my colleagues, it is imperative that you kind of create your own path and move forward because you need a change, right?
Yeah. Sahil, when you've worked towards this side of loyalty, is there a thought that comes to your mind? Oh, that is why corporate used to say that you should focus on loyalty programs and enroll more guests.
Absolutely, absolutely. So loyalty is the most important aspect of any business, right? There are certain companies that say loyalty is not important. We run a luxury hotel. Well, that's great, but because of my diverse background in different hotels, trust me, I've seen a lot of these luxury oriented businessmen and guests shifting from A hotel to B, and that's purely based on loyalty. Of course, the percentage of certain guests would always stick around. So if there's a loyalist who prefers the next company for the level of service standards they maintain, they would want to always stay to that hotel. But it is only purely because of the service standards or the product. It's not the loyalty. So if there's a company that builds a equally good product with a better service, trust me, you'll see those guests shifting. So loyalty is the key. So loyalty is very important, and a lot of other companies, just hit the nail on the right spot. They created these loyalty programs when not many people knew about loyalty,
Yes.
right? And now we see a huge shift. Our loyalty members across different brands are very very loyal, and they would not want to shift.
Especially in India, I see loyalty program has just raised the bar in different hotels. Every group, majorly international, has bought their loyalty program. So, do you also have a loyalty meeting where you compare your loyalty members in comparison to a different set of hotels? Or is there a conference that you've held in past where loyalty was discussed?
That's a great thought actually, but doesn't happen much. Unfortunately, that is an area of opportunity I see. You know, because some brands are so competitive. They're not probably see the loyalty teams or the corporate teams are looking at numbers of their competition.
Exactly.
We know what are the offerings of different loyalty program, what are the better advantages that the other loyalty programs have. We know it, but there's no forum as such.
Yeah.
That is an opportunity. It should be discussed. There are certain channels that are discussing loyalty now, and they're merging all memberships. They are sharing the insights on different loyalty programs, why a Marriott is better than a Hyatt or a Hyatt is better than a Radisson,
Yeah.
or XYZ or vice versa. So this is happening, but not to the extent of what it should be happening in India.
So, Sahil, you are with this hospitality industry for almost like over 10 years now. 10 साल हो गए हैं आपको. And I'm sure over a period of time कि guest के expectation भी evolved हुई होगी. तो क्या changes आपने देखे जो 10 years पहले guest एक demand करते थे loyalty program को और वैसे भी when he checks into a hotel. अब वो 10 years में कैसे guest की demands जो है वो change हो गई है and if you would like to share an example that would be great.
See, the base remains the same. All guests want a good room, perfect check-in, and a good experiential stay at the hotel. But change क्या हुआ है मैं बताता हूँ आपको. Change ये हुआ है, and जो मैं देख रहा हूँ अभी with the loyalty programs being in action, जो गेस्ट्स पहले लॉयल्टी मेंबर्स भी नहीं थे, आज वो अपना हर एक पॉइंट देख रहे हैं कि वो क्रेडिट हुआ है कि नहीं हुआ. So, from the top biggest corporate leaders across different industries to a Gen Z who's staying probably the first or the second time at a hotel, would want his points to be credited, is looking at his membership level. They want to become, they want to upgrade or upscale their level from maybe a gold to a platinum. So these are the changes that are coming in. People are more aware. और Gen Zs बहुत स्मार्ट है और कॉन्फिडेंट है, राइट? सो उनको
Exactly.
पता है कि डिफरेंट होटल्स के क्या लॉयल्टी प्रोग्राम्स हैं और उन लॉयल्टी प्रोग्राम्स के क्या बेनिफिट्स हैं. तो अगर वो आपके साथ स्टे कर रहे हैं तो उनको आपसे ज़्यादा पता है, या स्पेसिफिकली कोई न्यू जॉइनी से तो ज़्यादा कंफर्म पता ही होगा. तो अगर आपके पास एक यंग ग्रेजुएट है जो डेस्क पे चेक इन ले रहा है और जिसको सिर्फ महीने भर की ट्रेनिंग मिली है, हो सकता है उसको कोई डीप लॉयल्टी प्रोग्राम बेनिफिट्स ना पता हो, बट वो उस गेस्ट को पता होगा जो चेक इन हो रहा है.
Exactly.
कुछ गेस्ट बोलते हैं कि हमें आपसे ज़्यादा पता है.
हाँ.
हम 100 रात रुकते हैं होटल में, यू स्टेइंग अबाउट 100 नाइट्स. Somebody who's staying over 100 nights in hotels, different hotels across the globe would obviously know better than you, because at the end of the day, you or anybody working in a unit hotel is bound to that specific unit,
Exactly.
right? But the guests are traveling across the globe,
Yeah, they're more aware.
and the travel has increased.
Yes.
Business travel has increased, leisure travel has increased, drive-cations have increased, number of hotels have increased.
Yeah.
So, do you feel that this loyalty membership is now a status symbol for our guests who are coming and they would like to flaunt it?
Absolutely, why not? Absolutely. And it's one of the major reasons why loyalty programs are excelling,
Yeah, exactly.
right? So if I've seen top tier members getting to the higher category, and I've seen higher category members downgrading to a different lower category. For example, I'll give an example. For example, in Marriott, there are 5 levels of memberships, right? There's a base membership, there's silver, there's gold, there's platinum, there's ambassador, right? So for becoming a platinum member, you need 50 nights a year. You need, for titanium, you need 75 nights a year, and for ambassador, you need 100 nights a year. So somebody who's already an ambassador member, imagine the kind of confidence he has every time he walks in a Marriott hotel across the globe,
Exactly.
because he gets the maximum advantages, maximum benefits, and maximum recognition, right? And I'll give you a synopsis. Top 1% of our members are ambassador members. It's only 1%, roughly. And they contribute to 35% of overall revenue for the company.
ग्रेट. बट जैसे आपने बोला कि एम्बेसडर अगर मेंबरशिप है उनकी एंड दे हैव टू चेक इन फॉर ऑलमोस्ट लाइक 100 नाइट्स इन 1 ईयर, इन केस कभी कुछ रह जाता है एंड दे आर क्लोजर टू द नंबर, डू यू सपोर्ट देम इन कंटिन्यूइंग द सेम लेवल ऑफ मेंबरशिप? फॉर एग्जांपल 100 नाइट्स चाहिए और 95 रह गई.
Unfortunately, we can't, because the loyalty program its own very strict guidelines, so we can't hamper it, right? So if somebody, and we have a lot of cases where somebody from ambassador has dropped down to a platinum because the travel for that year was not that much, right? Now even the beauty of this loyalty program is that even associates working for the specific brand can be members and earn points and nights
Oh,
while they're staying at hotels.
Yes.
So I myself, I'm a gold member, so I'll stay 25 nights a year. So that is the beauty of the loyalty program, and it's a master stroke by Marriott.
All right. चलो अब मैरियट बॉनवॉय की बात करते हैं. आपने फ्रंट डेस्क पे रह के एनरोलमेंट भी करी है एंड you've done loyalty strategies now. How do people take it? So what's the misunderstanding that a guest takes about loyalty programs in hotels? So are they resistant of like getting enrolled, or what challenges do you face?
The misconception only still persists of guests having a perception that they will be bombarded with emails and promotion calls.
Exactly.
That is still prevailing, but we try and understand because our teams are trained well enough across the hotel. It's not only about front desk, it's about the banqueting team, the F&B team, the concierge. Everybody's trained well enough on the loyalty program, the benefits, and we have trained physiologies to be used while we're interacting with guests. So our teams are trained to handle such guests and make them understand and educate them about the loyalty program. Even after that, if there's a guest who does not want to be enrolled, we respect guest privacy, right? And we do not enroll.
नहीं, आई थिंक आई एग्री टू दिस पॉइंट। मैं भी जब होटल में जाता हूँ सबसे पहले देखता हूँ कोई मार्केटिंग ईमेल्स तो नहीं आएंगी मेरे पास, एंड इफ आई हैव अ ऑप्शन टू अनटिक दैट, yes, I will do that for sure.
Well, that is of course part of the registration card process in all the hotels.
साहिल, कोई ऐसा एक इम्पॉसिबल टाइप का गेस्ट आता है, वेयर ऐसी डिमांड होती है, वेयर यू फील कि यार मतलब क्या मांग लिया हमसे, कुछ और मांग लेते या जान ही मान लेते, तो ऐसा कोई इंसिडेंट जो आपको ऐसा लगा बहुत इम्पॉसिबल था इन टर्म्स ऑफ डिमांड्स जो गेस्ट ने आपसे करी? एंड डेफिनेटली एक्सपीरियंस ऑब्वियसली एवरी डे का हमारा एक नया होता है, एंड वी ऑलवेज लर्न. So that learning which you continued, for maybe satisfying another guest who is a member.
Yeah, we get a lot of guests who are discerning. But from my experience, I have understood that those guests are coming from a mindset, right? Because they're on the road, they're traveling. Like some pilots have a lot of flying hours. A lot of consultants are on the road consulting for different companies and different clients. And a lot of other professions require a lot of traveling, so you need to understand the mindset. So it's about pause and engage. Take a pause, understand the guest is saying, let the guest say what he wants to say, and then you act accordingly. Sometimes we jump to a conclusion, and then we start conversing with the guest and start sharing our side of the story, which is not right sometimes. So if you've got that you have a discerning guest in front of you, let the guest say what he wants to say. Pause, think about it, and then converse, because that's the right way.
Any incident you want to share?
There have been a lot of instances in my career where we've handled discerning guests. Yeah, but let me tell you one thing. Hardly have I been in a situation where I've not been able to turn around a discerning guest into a loyal guest. That's my USP, and that's how we all trained in front office. Maybe somebody's better than somebody else, right? But see, that is the why I was selected for this role, because I was really good with my connections and relationships, with guests, with customers. So I still am in touch with some guests from my Oberoi days. I still have in touch with a lot of guests from my Hyatt days. Some of my guests have shifted hotels, based on my current location. And it's purely it's nothing that I have something different. It happens with a lot of hoteliers. So if if there's a guest who understands, so the guest has a loyalty with the brand, or sometimes the people. So how good you're with guests, how good you're with your brand, how efficient you are in handling situations, define you as a hotelier.
No, that's true. As director of loyalty, you're actually a link, or in other words, a bridge between the loyalty program run by corporate companies and the front desk team. How do you ensure that they actually take it seriously, and how do they take it practically in their daily routine?
Yeah, so again, training is a very integral part. We ensure that we are having regular trainings of all departments, all team members across. We have a training plan in place. We also have random audits, right? Internal audits that we do. We also have, we also have different promotions that we do across the hotel, right? So educating our team members, educating guests about these promotions is also very important and imperative. And on a daily basis, we sit down and speak to our teams and ensure that we all are on the same page. There has to be synergy across the hotel. If the synergy is not there, then you'll sometimes miss on somewhere or the other, eventually leading to guest complaint, or missing out on a member loyalty, which we can't afford in today's day and time.
ओके, तो चलो आपने ट्रेनिंग करवा दी, आपने ऑडिट्स भी कर दिए, बट डू यू एक्चुअली रिवॉर्ड देम if they follow all the standards? Or
Yes, of course. So if you're telling me about enrollments, right? So if you've met your enrollment targets, you can go and party.
Oh wow.
So we have incentives for the team. So we have quarterly results. अगर आपने अपने results achieve कर लिए, so your department will get incentive. Go out with the department party.
That's a nice way.
Then we have enrollment champions. With the highest number of enrollments done by a specific associate is recognized in our annual town halls. So yeah, recognition programs are there, and that is the key motivating and driving force. So we definitely encourage that.
That's quite exciting.
Yeah. Sahil, you spoke about training, and obviously training is very integral when we talk about such type of loyalty membership program. But जब हम SOPs और standards की बात करते हैं, I want to know that जब हम membership किसी को, how does it happen? You actually approach the guest?
Of course, it is a part of a check-in process. So there are different ways of attracting our members, our guests towards this loyalty program. A is of course marketing collaterals, marketing displays across the lobby, right? Then we have the Marriott Bonvoy signages on the check-in desks. So of course that is another tool of attraction. And then as a part of our check-in process and standard operating procedure, we have this line as a process of asking a guest, is he a loyal member? So for example, if you're being taken, associate is taking your check-in, you'll be asked, ma'am, are you a Marriott Bonvoy member? And then if you say no, then the associate starts educating you on the Marriott program, the benefits, the advantages, members rates, discounts, late checkouts, earn and redeem points across, all hotels across the globe. So all these are of course the benefits which you can't refuse eventually.
होटल्स में ना ट्रेंड बहुत शिफ्ट हो गए हैं. आपका पर्सनलाइज चेक इन से मोबाइल चेक इन आ गया.
That's right.
मेटल की से आप डिजिटल की
I know.
चले गए. अब नाउ एआई इज टेकिंग ओवर.
Yes.
हाउ डू यू, और कई लोगों को लगता है कि थोड़े दिन बाद फ्रंट डेस्क से स्टाफ भी गायब हो जाएगा. हाउ डू यू टेक दिस एंड व्हाट डू यू थिंक इज द फ्यूचर ऑफ फ्रंट डेस्क इन दी होटल्स?
Well, you're right, but AI won't eat jobs. It will help us, it will make our systems easier. So people will not be removed because our industry runs on people, right? So relationships, people, our guests want to see somebody's, with a warm smile, personalizing their arrival experience or stay experience for them. AI can't do that, right? And it's not only Indian travelers, it's across the globe.
Sahil, with your experience and now you are the director and leading the loyalty program, बहुत सारे challenges हैं जो I'm sure आते होंगे इसमें, and you as the director would like to make it more easier for the front office staff. So क्या challenges हैं और आपके क्या ऐसे inputs होंगे which you feel that the brand should as a process should add to make this easier for the hoteliers who are offering membership at the hotel?
See, there are no challenges, to be honest. I wouldn't lie. The challenge is not there. It's all loyalty programs across different brands are robust. They have a clear undertaking and understanding of what the benefits, tiers, advantages of all loyalty programs are. There's no disadvantage as such. The challenge probably remains again with the talent that we have because attrition rates are higher these days. So it again comes back to the people, right? So training is important, is imperative. Wherever there's a challenge faced by the team, it is important for us to kind of step in there and then and fix the issue and not wait for the next day or the next meeting to arrive. So that is how we operate. So if there's a challenge highlighted by any of the team members across the hotel, we jump in and we pitch in and we help and we kind of resolve it. If there's a technical challenge, right? If there is a system challenge or if there's something else that requires for even we need help with, then is when we have a proper escalation matrix and we escalate our issues to the right teams and sources to seek help and guidance.
All right. So, to somebody who's a front office associate right now and is watching this episode, wants to know how do you become a director of loyalty, what will be your advice?
So the best advice is, you should love what you do. So if you need to really love what you do, you need to be a people's person, right? So it is not only about guests, it is also about your people you're working with. You have to be a people's person. You have to be a good listener. You have to work hard, right? And deliver results. It's equally important. So you may have certain qualities, but if you're not able to deliver results, it goes for a waste. So it's not easy, but it's not hard as well. If I've made it till here and I aspire to grow further, you change with every role. From an associate, uh, when I remember my days, I just had the target of leaving home on time.
Exactly.
And I used to look at the watch, ki yaar, time ho gaya bhai, jaldi chalo. So, and but I was good with guests then, I was good with guests now. So your basic principle remains the same. So if my bosses had this confidence on me that if Sahil is handling a guest, even if I was an associate or I'm a director of loyalty, if my bosses have that confidence in me, I'm on the right track, right? And then of course you need to work hard. You need to understand where you can learn, where you can get better at. You've got to see opportunities for yourself as well.
But as a leader, as director of loyalty program, आपका assessment जो होता है, वो किन parameters पे होता है? Can you tell us?
That's important. That's good. That's a good question actually for viewers. So for me, it's all about members, right? So it's the number of members you enroll, right? The members occupancy you have in a hotel, right? The mobility parameters which involve mobile check-in, as you mentioned, right? To what percentage are we pushing mobile check-in? Because we want guests to go digital, right? So we are encouraging guests to go digital, become members. And the app is beautiful. You can book rooms, you can do a mobile check-in, you can chat with the hotel team, you can raise your request on the app. So it's a one app that you can use for multiple requests. Of course, then we have guest voice, right? So how well the guests are rating us, what are the guests saying, what action plans have we made to correct, what correction measures have we taken, how have we trained the teams better. So these are certain parameters that we get judged on, we get tracked, and a performance appraisal accordingly.
Membership program में कहीं कोई line आती conditioned applied?
That's a good question.
और अगर ये condition applied है तो कौन सी conditions हैं जो applied होती
See,
हैं?
there are no hidden conditions. सब कुछ mentioned है. Everything is very crystal clear. So everybody knows everything is online, everything is on your membership program. There's nothing hidden. Nothing is hidden. And it's not only for Marriott, it's for all other brands. Right? So nothing is hidden, no conditions apply. It is just the eligibility criteria that is important. Right? So eligible spend, right, has to be there. For example, you get points on your eligible spend and not taxes. Right? This is also mentioned. You become members on XYZ number of nights that you spend. That's also not hidden. Certain benefits and advantages are with certain tiers only. That's also not hidden. So nothing is hidden. And conditions apply technically means that only. So if you're an ambassador, you get a personal ambassador who can assist you on your travel requests. Platinum member or a silver member does not get that personal ambassador. So that's an added advantage. And that is why these guests are so happy and confident and use it as a status symbol at hotels.
Sahil, you said you are a gold member, right?
Yeah.
So that means you travel to Marriott hotels.
Yes.
So once you travel to a Marriott hotel, क्या वो आपकी hospitality side आप switch off कर देते हो या it's always on and you're looking through your stay of what is happening in the hotel and what not?
See, a hotelier lifestyle it's a lifestyle, right? It's if you're a hotelier, it's a lifestyle. So even if I travel to hotels, I take the best, right, from every hotel I travel to, and I take it as a learning experience for myself. So if an ex hotel is doing something really good, I would want to kind of inculcate that at our hotel, or if there's a scope of improvement from my experience, I can probably suggest the unit head or the leader that probably have an opportunity here. But of course, or if I'm on my personal travel, I'd rather enjoy the hotel and the loyalty program and the benefits come that with the loyalty program, and have a good staycation. But yeah, of course, it's juggling between the two. You can't switch it off. You're a hotelier at heart and by mindset. So you definitely see, and sometimes when I'm back from a different hotel, I get the best, and I also get back the scope of opportunities that the specific hotel has lost, and we take it a point to kind of advise and suggest. You should always give suggestions, polite suggestions to your peers, and then of course taking it is personal, so they can execute the way they want. We also have certain hoteliers from different backgrounds, different brands coming to our hotel, and we always look for suggestions. There's always scope of improvement. There's always an opportunity to get better at what you do, and that is what our industry is all about, right?
Sahil, how do you see these loyalty membership programs growing in next 5-10 years?
I see it growing. you know the loyalty program now have collaborations. So Marriott Bonvoy has a collaboration with HDFC credit card. So if you have a HDFC credit, if you become a card member, you get elevated to directly a silver member with certain advantages. So this is there. Now we also Marriott Bonvoy is global partners with ICC. So these kind of partnerships are coming up. Recently, Marriott also did a collaboration with Flipkart, so you can burn your points at Flipkart as well, which is fabulous, right? And Marriott was the key leader for that, and I see a lot of brands doing that because that is the advantage of becoming a member and being a loyalist. And if the better opportunities you have to redeem points, the higher advantage of loyalty program and the number of members you'll enroll is probably even higher. So that is the edge of competition, where you win, where you make members, enroll them, look after them, and that is the base of loyalty.
So these loyalty members with every tier have different request that comes to you.
Yeah.
What are the common challenges that you face while a guest is checking in?
Well, the only challenge which I face is, a lot of our guests and expect a suite upgrade or a room upgrade based on the tier that they belong to. Now, sometimes when hotels get busy, certain premium rooms are not available, right? So that is one challenge which I face, to make the guest understand that the premium rooms are not available. And you have to be honest, you have to empathize, and you have to just make the guest understand. Rarely would a guest not understand. If you're honest and if you really don't have rooms, they'll understand. And then of course, offer an alternative, look after them personally, get some nice amenities for them, give them a courtesy call to check how they're doing, meet them over breakfast, ask them how was your day yesterday. So, our industry is all about personalization, human relationships. If you do that, you know, even if you've not got a suite, you'll probably forget the next day. And you would remember me asking you, meeting you during breakfast and checking on you. That is how loyalties are built and brands are built.
So concierge manager gets the weirdest request in the hotel, but as you are director of loyalty, you must be connected to each and every guest checking into the hotel. What's the weirdest request that you've got?
Weirdest is I want to book a private plane, another 3 hours. Can you get me a private plane? This is a recent request we've got, and we were able to get that done. You know, sometimes you get certain restaurants like Indian Accent don't have table reservations available. You kind of use the help of a concierge or your personal connections to kind of get a table if possible. Uh, yeah, so these are certain weird requests that we get. Sometimes, out of the blue, somebody would want to have the fanciest of the cars. So certain requests are a little odd. Sometimes we're able to manage it, sometimes we're not.
Yeah.
So yeah.
साहिल, ओवर दीज 10 year प्लस कभी ऐसा लगा कि मुझे लो फील हो रहा है, और व्हाट वर हाउ डिड यू मोटिवेट योरसेल्फ एट दैट पर्टिकुलर टाइम? Any incident where you felt that बस हो गया अब hotels नहीं करना?
हाँ हाँ बहुत बार होता है यार.
हाँ.
Every stage of my life, every year, I've really realized that and I've felt it. You know, the first hotel I joined, which was the Oberoi in New Delhi, you know, I was a pampered kid, spoiled brat, and then you get into a completely disciplined life. You're standing 10 hours a day. So that was a little difficult for me. तो मुझे लगता था नहीं यार बस बहुत हो गया. As I used to tell you कि बस घर चलो. You know, but I was fortunate to have good leaders then who supported me. You know, because if I wouldn't have gone through that, or if I would have quit then, I probably would have not been a hotelier and reached till here. तो तब हो गया था.
Sahil, that great listening to all those sharing which you have done. And now we have the main part of this podcast, which is known as the rapid fire round.
Oh wow.
So we'll be asking few questions. You don't have to take much time.
Done.
Just the first thing which hits your mind is what we hear.
Okay.
All right. So can we start?
Yeah.
Okay. Most creative excuse you have heard for a late checkout request.
मेरी तबीयत ठीक नहीं है.
All right. Complete this sentence. I'm sorry, we are fully booked is code for
I'm sorry, I'm fully booked.
I'm sorry, we are fully booked. You say, front office saying this to the guest means what?
Means we're actually booked and we don't have room upgrades available.
Okay. You have to choose deal with a bridezilla for a week or handle a tour group of 50 people with incorrect reservations.
I'll take the tougher one. Handle 50 people with incorrect reservations.
Okay. Most ridiculous thing you have heard: night shift, morning shift, or evening shift. Marry one, hook one, and one, kill one.
Kill night shift,
Okay.
marry morning,
And hook up with
the afternoon.
evening. All right. Okay. If you could ban one phrase from guest vocabulary forever, what would it be?
I want sweet upgrade.
Okay. Finish this sentence. No, I cannot upgrade you to this penthouse suite because.
It's not available.
Okay. Sahil, this has been absolutely fantastic. Thank you for sharing your journey from front office to being the director of loyalty program. I think all the hospitality professional listening just felt it seen.
Amazing. And to everyone listening to Suite 004, if you like this episode, please subscribe, write a review, and share it with your hotelier friends. And you may never know, maybe you are the next director of loyalty.
Thank you for listening, and we will see you in Suite 005.